Afternoon. So, ladies and gents, been a little while since I've posted any videos. Not really my fault per se. I have been a little bit lazy, but we'll just glide over that. There's been operations, hospitals, you name it, we've had it. It's not been great, but then 2020 hasn't exactly been a great year as we find ourselves in the middle of the game season and no one can actually really get out to shoot, so it's not going particularly to plan. Hopefully a few of you have been getting out and getting some rough shooting in and a bit of pigeon shooting if you have any, keeping on the vermin, that's always good. But I thought I'd release this video that I filmed it way back in the summer. Nice sunny day, might just reignite your passion for shooting once again and give you a bit of entertainment. It was 120 bird day, I think, in total. Crows and pigeons over stubble. What could be better? And then keep watching till the end because I'll reveal the latest addition to the Sporting Shots team, and hopefully you'll see plenty of her as we go on. Anyway, enjoy the shooting.
Right, so another day out in the field. We're on some well, it's actually winter wheat. I think they cut it maybe a little bit early, but they decided to cut it, and I'm going to have a day out here. So nice sunny day, some clouds in the sky, which is always good, it could help, and a stiff breeze, which is excellent. Plenty of birds here when I got here, mostly crows, but the odd pigeon or two. I watched the flight line from Gateway over there, and they were coming somewhere in the vicinity of this hedge that I'm going to be with my back to. And I've also got the new, or my new, FF6 pigeon flapper from Nick Tate, so I'll be trying that out today. High hopes for that. Stubble and a flapper, what could possibly go wrong? So let's get set up and have a good day.
With the hide, next job is to get the decoys out. I'll walk the decoys out approximately 30 yards because that's where I want them to be, where I set up. The wind coming from directly in front of me, this should still allow the birds to be quite killable. So here I pick up a bit of stubble and just double check that wind direction so I know which way to face my pattern. Starting with my pigeons. You can see me here actually just throwing them out in the rough pattern that I know. So I decide the shape and then toss them out so they land randomly is the first step. My decoys thrown out into the rough shape of the pattern that I wanted. It's now time to go around them all, put them the right way up, face them into the wind. Happy with the pigeon pattern, I move over to the other side of where I'm going to put the crows now and set out my half dozen full body crow decoys to try and pull some of those in. I always have a bit of a gap between my crow pattern and the pigeon pattern just so it looks a bit more natural, as the two don't really mix shoulder to shoulder or wing to wing as it were. I just ducked back in the hide and the first birds came in. Great start and I was off the mark. The action on the crows, assorted jackdaws, crows, carrions, was really quite fast and frantic at the start of the day. They just kept coming back. Some of my shooting was okay, some left a bit to be desired, but that's always the way, and that's why we love the sport.
Can't believe it.
Now that was a pleasing pigeon to kill. As you can see, that was the side picture, fair amount of lead. This lucky pigeon had actually touched down right underneath the FF6, but I missed him. Crow not so much. Pigeons have actually been quite absent through the morning, but they decided they would start and come on to feed and coming into the pattern as the day drew on. Pretty much ended up having 50-50 in the afternoon, crows and pigeons, which was nice to be shooting. Some of the birds decoyed brilliantly, others were taken either as they flared like that one of the left and right, or some were even just flighting over. Really, that's what I love about pigeon and crow shooting, is such a variation of shots involved. You get every shot in the book throughout a good day shooting like this. So we're on to the little bonus video at the end of a video, if that's a thing, of how I sadly lost my dog a few weeks before this. 2 weeks after I lost my old dog, the black lab. You might have seen her in some of the other videos, Purdy. Rest in peace, dog. I got a phone call from the breeder that I'd been in touch with in Northern Ireland, who I was always going to get a puppy from, but it was supposed to have been in next spring. phoned me up. He had a litter with a pup that I wanted. My description that I'd given him that I wanted. Did I want it early? It was quite a hard decision, to be fair, having just lost the dog. But I thought with the time that it would take for the pup to be ready. Anyway, long story short, we went for it. Then COVID lockdown number 2 struck, and Northern Ireland was due to be locked down on the Saturday, I think it was. So Friday after work, a lot of rushing around Friday, getting ferries booked and rearranged, and holiday that we were going to have out there for a couple of days cancelled. Looked up the journey, and long story short, left my own house at 8 o'clock on the Friday night. We drove non-stop to the ferry, got on the ferry, got across, got to Ireland, couldn't stop in Ireland due to lockdown, so we drove straight through, got to Northern Ireland about 6 o'clock in the morning, where I was scheduled to go and choose my puppy out of the litter at 9. So we kicked our heels around for a little bit, tried to get a bit of sleep in the car, because of course you weren't allowed anywhere else. Anyway, we got the puppy, and I also brought another dog back for a fella down in Devon, very nice chap. And so introducing the world to Winnie, my new gundog to be in a few months, years, whatever, however long it takes. But her training's coming along well, and she's fit and healthy, she's growing well, she's doing all the puppy things, biting your hands and all the rest of that goes with it. So without further ado, here's the journey and here's the dog.